Algebra 1 vocabulary of the day. We have 5 words. We'll start with variable. Variable is defined as a letter used to represent one or more numbers. If you want to give an example, x is an excellent example of a variable. Algebraic expression, a math phrase that includes at least one variable. So 3x minus 6 would be an example of a math expression. Please note, it's an expression. It does not have an equal sign. The third word is power. Power is an expression that represents repeated multiplication of the same factor. An example of that would be 3 to the third power. Actually, I'm going to do a different example. Let's go with 4 to the fifth power. So the base number in this example here is the factor in the power. In the example here, my base is going to be 4. In the example here, my base is going to be 3. Exponent is the number of times the base is used as a factor in the power. So in this case, our exponent is 5. We have 4 times 4 times 4 times 4 times 4. In this example, our exponent is 3. We have 3 times 3 times 3. Our goal today is to evaluate algebraic expressions and use exponents. Previously, we've evaluated expressions with numbers, fractions, and decimals. You will see numbers, fractions, and decimals today, but in the form of an algebraic expression or an exponent. One example would be sports statistics. Keep in mind, statistics are used in all kinds of industries, not just the sporting industry. So if you open your book, please, to page 2, you're going to see example 1. They've worked example 1 for you. So I'm going to focus on the problems listed below example 1 called guided practice. The directions read, evaluate the expression when y equals 2. So if we take a look at problem number 1, we have 6y. A number next to a variable means to multiply. It says instead of y, we're going to use the value of 2. 6 times 2, our answer becomes 12. Problem number 2, we have 8 over y. If you recall, in algebra, a fraction means to divide. So we have 8 divided by y, 8 divided by 2, the value of y. For those of you who may be confused, 8 divided by 2, and we get an answer or a quotient of 4. Problem number 3 is addition. We have y plus 4. The value of y is 2, so instead of y, we're going to put in 2 plus 4. We get a sum of 6. Problem number 4 is subtraction, finding the difference, 11 minus y. 11 minus, the value of y is 2. 11 minus 2 is 9. And we'll just go over here to double check, make sure I'm doing my work correct, verify the answers, and I believe we are correct in all 4 of our examples. These guided practice problems go along with example 2 and example 3. And the directions read, write the power in words and as a product. So problem number 6 has 9 to the 5th power. That would be our words, 9 to the 5th power. Written as a product means we're going to have 9 times 9 times 9 times 9 times 9. We can use the raised dot to represent multiplication, or if you so choose at this point, you could also use the multiplication sign. Problem number 7, we have 2 to the 8th power. 2 to the 8th power is how it would be in words. Written out, bear with me here, 2 times 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 2. And problem number 8 is an algebraic expression. Written in words, it would be n to the 4th power. Written as a product, n times n times n times n. So moving on here, if I can, we'll go to guided practice for example 4. It says evaluate the expression. The expression we've been given for example number 9 is x cubed. The value of x is 8, so we have 8 cubed. So we have 8 times 8 times 8. I think most of us know 8 times 8 is 64. If we multiply times 8 again, 32, carry our 3. 6 times 8 is 48. With 3 more would be 51. Our answer would be 512. If we look at problem number 10, we have k squared. when the value of k is 2.5. So we have 2.5 times 2.5. Let me go back and correct that just a little bit. So we're going to multiply. 5 times 5 is 25. Carry your 2. 2 times 5 is 10, and 2 more would be 12. We're going to clear that carry. We're going to mark this spot. 2 times 5 is 10. Carry my 1. 2 times 2 is 4, and 1 more would be 5. Now we're going to add down. 5 and 0 would be 5. 2 and 0 is 2. 5 and 1 is 6. Our final answer is 625. Again, we'll take a quick moment here and check our work. We have the correct answer there, and we have the correct answer here. If I hadn't forgotten my decimal, I couldn't see it, therefore I forgot it. A very common mistake. I have 2 decimals in my problem. I want to go back and put 2 decimals in my answer. So my answer should be 6.25. Good reason to always check our work. Wrapping up, you should be able to do these 4 problems to demonstrate that you have met the goal of evaluating expressions. Number 1, 13g. So we take problem number 1 and we do 13 times 7, the value of g. 21, carry our 2, we end up with 91. 1.65 minus 0.75, lining up because they are decimals. 0. We can't take 7 away from 6, so we have to borrow. This becomes a 0. This becomes a 16. 16 minus 7 would be 9. Our answer is 9. This is problem 2. Problem number 1. Problem number 3, 5 to the 4th power. So problem number 3 is going to be 5 times 5 times 5 times 5. So we're going to start here with 25 times 5. 5 times 5 is 25. Carry my 2. We end up with 125. We're going to take 125 and multiply by 5 again. 25, carry my 2. 12, carry my 1. My answer, not very neatly written, I'll try again, 625. And our final problem down here is 1/3 raised to the 3rd. So it's in the parentheses. That means everything on the inside is raised to the 3rd power. 1/3 times 1/3 times 1/3. So 1 times 1 times 1 gives me 1. 3 times 3 is 9. 9 times 3 is 27. So for problem number 4, we should get 1/27. Taking a quick look, checking our work, 91.9, 625, and our final check, 1/27. That takes care of our lesson for today.